my UFC 229 predictions. This is going to be stacked. This is going to be majorly cool. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. 228, I haven't done a video on it because I'm just, gutted till lost, really. Really wanted the belt to come home to England, but it doesn't really matter, It would have been really good, but it's whatever in it, It happens. Woodley was the better man and he did a lot better. I'm glad Darren Stewart won and Craig White lost to Diego Sanchez. All the other fights were cool. Jim Rivera did well. Anyway, on to my predictions. Alright then. Michelle Watterson versus Felice Herrig. And I think Michelle Watterson's got this. She really needs a win, to be honest. They've both lost... Well, they both lost to Tisha Torres. But the difference is Michelle Watterson actually beat Paige Van Zandt. I'm pretty sure she submitted her. And... Felice Herrig lost to Paige Van Zandt. And Felice Herrig, she lost that split decision to Carolina Kowalski. I know she was on a 4-fight winning streak before that, but, shit happens at the end of the day. But, yeah, I think Michelle Watterson needs a win, so I think she will beat her by unanimous decision, 3 rounds. Alright then, next fight, Derrick Lewis versus Alexander Volkov. I think it will be a very boring fight, to be honest. I know, the fights that we keep building up to be like this amazing match, it'll just end up being boring. Look at Till versus Thompson, Lewis versus Ngannou this year, those two fights were meant to be something amazing, then ended up blowing. So I think it'll be a boring fight. Who do I think will win? I honestly think Volkov will win. Derrick Lewis, he had that back injury. I know he beat Ngannou by the decision, but it wasn't like a dominant decision. Even though you could tell Derrick Lewis won, it wasn't anything dominant and it was a very boring fight. So I think Volkov gets it. I think decision again, probably. I don't really see him knocking Lewis out. Dominic Reyes versus OSP. I think OSP's got this, man. I know Dominic Reyes is like 9-0, but OSP's got this. He's fought so many people. He's been 5 rounds with Jones, he's got this. He's got the experience. He can do this. So I reckon OSP gets TKO. I mean, he submitted Tyson Pedro recently. He looked good, Right then, next fight now, it's getting interesting. My favourite division, and my favourite division has both the main events. The lightweight division, let's talk about Tony Ferguson versus Anthony Showtime Pettis. This is such an interesting fight. I'm more hyped for this than the main event, because the main event, I'll get to that in a minute, can go either way, really. Ferguson versus Pettis, we have no idea what the fuck's going to happen, because Ferguson obviously had that injury and tripped over and hurt his knee or something. And he's back, and he's doing all these crazy training montages and all this cool shit. But is he 100%, can he come back and do well? And Pettis, he looked fucking sick against Chiesa. I know Chiesa apparently nearly died in the weight cut. But Pettis in his prime, he was sick, man. He's a former champ. But, Tony Ferguson's beat so many people, finished so many people, and he's on an absolute roll. So I'd say Ferguson submission probably. It's going to be the sickest fight of the night. I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant. It's just going to be so cool. And now, anyway, onto the main event. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. This will be pretty sick, to be honest. Like, I know I said it can go either way, but whichever way it goes, I think it's, it's for the better, really. It'll be so cool, and we're so hyped for this. It's such a hard one. I've said in the video, I think Khabib just mauls him, to be honest. The past two pay-per-views, actually, since I've started doing them on YouTube, I've got all the main events wrong, surprisingly. But before that, before I started doing it on YouTube, I was getting a lot of the main events right, like of the main pay-per-views. Not the fight night so much. I did get a few of them wrong, but, it's whatever. The main pay-per-views, I was getting loads and loads and loads of them right. The only one I got wrong in that I can think of was GSP versus Bisping. I honestly thought Bisping was going to win. But enough about that. UFC 226, I picked Miocic. And I honestly thought he was going to win. And in my opinion, the only reason he lost was because of that eye poke. Because he was winning up until that point. And the DC eye poked him. And, 227, Garbrandt versus Dillashaw. I just wanted Garbrandt to win. 228 wanted Till to win, so I went for them. So yeah, with this, I think Khabib's going to win. I think Khabib's just going to maul him and destroy him. To be honest, if I really had to pick, I know McGregor's really good, and the competition McGregor's faced is a lot tougher than Khabib's competition. But honestly, if you think about it logically, Khabib's barely had any adversity. McGregor's had quite a bit, really. I do want McGregor to win. He's more exciting, and he's probably one of the coolest people in the UFC. But it's just thinking realistically now, not just picking the people who I want to win, picking the people who I actually think will win. I think Khabib's got this. I think McGregor does all right. Realistically, I think he does all right for a couple of rounds. Then Khabib just mauls him for ages. You know, but it'll be a really good fight, to be honest. Another factor is, you know, is McGregor going to train as hard? What the hell is his motivation now? Why is he doing this anymore? He could have faced Khabib ages ago if he truly loved him, but I suppose he wanted to wind down after the Floyd fight a bit and just chill out, you know. But it's a pretty cool fight, really. I'm looking forward to it. The whole pay-per-view should be good. So, yeah, those are my predictions. Thanks for watching. See ya.